I'm going to be using that, Dad. Let it feel. Leave it. And have you set it up over here so that my Minton can see the horoscope for today. Alright, I am going to be taking a trip down memory lane. Now, just getting something in here just so that we can effectively have the cement eating. Now, I know that we already had the resemblance prayer between Deborah Silverman and Melody. Remember Melody Clutter when she was here and she taught you all the songs that you needed for the solo concert that we had for the Gemini season. And I brought up this particular binder. This has been sitting around since I can't even remember. Okay, figured that we get some fresh air somehow. Alright. Okay, everybody. Okay, that's tight enough. I just want to make sure. Okay, now. Okay, so I've had this binder sitting around my house since I can't even remember, way back in the day, when I was in high school. And way back in Gemini season, we had a resemblance prayer between Deborah Silverman, our honorary Edmonton guest person right now, and also Melody, who, as you know, was here, to give you all lessons for the solos for that, for that concert. And all of the songs in here are all of the songs I distinctly remember singing and learning with and from her. And they bring back a lot of very special memories for me. And the kind of relationship we had is very, very similar to the kind of relationship that me and Deborah are having. Because there's sometimes when you see certain people and you see another person that you know about, just looking at them or listening to them speak. So, for example, I see Melody in Deborah and vice versa, because that's the biggest resemblance. Other resemblances include Marian Esposito, who we're going to be having, Gina Silvers, and also something very, very interesting that you may not notice. Sarah Moulton. There's also resemblance in Sarah Moulton. Dishy blondes kind of thing with, back in the day kind of thing. And also the Tulloch resemblance. Remember what those a little, old videos. Old from 2010 acting out the different signs videos. So a lot of the customs for my invention are named after people that I knew in my life, and also other things as well, that just random things come to mind, different, weather and, occasions and all those kind of things. Well, there might be one of those, there might be a custom called the Clutter custom. So anyway, I was thinking of, the reason why I brought this up is because I'm very, very curious. Do you have a good singing voice, do you think? Okay. I'd really like to hear you sing some of these songs in here. I really would. So sometime we're going to be arranging that, probably this afternoon. I'm thinking at about 3 o'clock. How does that sound? Now, this is the thing. New plans are going to be going into order. New plans are going to be happening. There will be about 2 concerts. One of which will be the Leo concert. The other sorry, 3 concerts. The Leo concert, which we've already got into the music for that already with the Lion King and everything. Leo concert. Then we're going to be having Zach Callson's concert with his songs. Then there will be another concert honoring Deborah Silverman with a couple of songs, one of which is from Rave, that song, do 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 kind of thing. And also it's going to be, it's just going to be really, really pretty. And we're going to be having that Raise Your Glasses to the Joy finale at the end, where we all have glasses with, you know, with fire, inside of them, kind of lit glasses where we hold them up, and everyone's standing along the sidelines while the American guest is walking through, and then they kind of circle around the auditorium, and then they're standing in front of the choir, just standing there and probably singing, along with the whole chorus of, Raise Your Glasses. It's always just phenomenal and something that we look forward to. Although we do change up the melodies a little bit for each one. Anyway, there's going to be that concert, which is going to be on the song, the Gemini song, and also one other really, really pretty song. So that's going to be that concert. Then there's going to be another concert, which is going to be the Big Resemblance concert. So Deborah and Melody concert. And I'll give it away. All the songs in this particular binder are all the songs that we're going to be singing. In addition to that, is going to be a song from Colette Baron-Reid. And you know who she is, because you had a summit meeting with her. Yeah. Exactly. So all of this, so how many of you have been seeing those interviews? Those summit interviews. Destiny Summit from Deborah Silverman. Okay. Did you see the one with Zach Callison in there? The interview, see that? Okay. Well, you'll get it on there. Yeah. On the day 5 thing. Yeah. So, let's see here. So, Colette Baron-Reid has a resemblance to Melody. In, her appearance, facial features, and also her talking and maybe singing voice. Accent and, way of speaking, voice quality is what it's called, and personality. So one of those songs we're going to be singing, it's Find My Way Home, and we might actually start that up tomorrow. So that's going to be some of the news. We're going to be getting into more of Zach's songs today, and getting into a couple of the songs from in the book today, this afternoon, at about 1:30. All of that kind of thing. Okay, Leo Clubus met yesterday. It will not be meeting again. I will have a meeting. I will be having a meeting tomorrow at 3:30. We'll be singing through the songs, because I want to hear what you sound like singing, and also singing these particular songs. And also, Zach is still at home, because I told him that that he does not need to be here with the Edmonton right now. He doesn't have a function. In a way, I've kind of moved on from all that we have done. All the big Zach Callison unit honorary songs, and just magic, and all of the occasions, all of that stuff. We're moving on. So if I had to talk about family, I'd say that Deborah would be an aunt. Zach would be a cousin. The beloved charm interest for Zach is more of a casual, fun-loving, doing adventures with, hanging out, having quality time, having, a best, kind of a buddy-like person, a friend type person, a really, really neat friend. The belovedness for Deborah is something that we as an Edmonton have not gotten into because we have never talked about a family sort of belovedness here. I don't think that we've ever got to that in the history of all the Edmonton guests that we have. And, on my website you'll find all the different types of beloved and all the different types of interest. But so we're going to be getting into the family type of interest. Deborah seems like somebody that I knew before. Kind of has that familiar, versatile, kind of, something, and would make a very, very great, very fun, and very nurturing aunt, or mom. So that's the kind of thing that we're looking for. And I also see another person that I knew inside of the person. So that is really what we're going to be getting into, with the lyrics of the songs, and also the missing element. How many of you have read The Missing Element? How many of you have, started reading that? Okay. Yeah. So I just want to know what you think of that book. Good. Yeah, her words kind of, they would kind of, because it's a self-help type book. Words there to guide and to help and to, really nurture in that way. Yeah, wonderful. Anybody else have anything? Okay. I just wanted to check in. So, Everlast Clubbus. Let's see here. Everlast Clubbus. I'm trying to think. I'm going to be seeing if I can get in a meeting. So 1:30 today, we're going to be coming here learning music. What's going to be happening is this morning, I know for the people in Biology Clubbus, I know. I told you that we were going to be meeting, 2 days after, it's like, 2 days after we let the math time, okay? And I'm a busy person. I have a lot of meetings. I have a lot of responsibilities as an Edmonton leader. And it's a very, very demanding job for me to, maintain those things when I have a lot of other important things on my, list, on my bucket list to do, besides constantly doing that. So I, like everybody, am not a perfectly, scripted out, scheduled person. I'm not a machine. I'm, kind of spontaneous in that way. So I might say one thing, I might do another, okay? That's really how it is. So, meaning that today I'm going to be having a meeting for the Biology Clubbus. We're going to be getting into the levels of ecological organization and also the 4 global systems today. And I'm going to have you read a little bit. So that's one thing. Then, directly after that, and, I'll let you know when it's time, directly after I have the Biology Clubbus, then I'm going to be having the Everlast Clubbus. And let me tell you what's going to be happening. Now, we're going to be reading quite a bit today in the Everlast Clubbus. We're going to be reading one chapter that's about 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, another chapter, which is just half a page, and then another chapter, which is going to be the last chapter of part 2. and part 3 is going to really be interesting. I think that you're going to find the last chapter before part 3 really, really interesting. Okay? And don't worry if you struggle to relate to the situation. I kind of struggle to relate to that because it's such an extreme, such a fanatical thing that I can't relate to. A whole lot of it, and sometimes I feel emotionally detached, like all of you feel sometimes. No matter how much water you have in your nasal shorts. Okay, so we're gonna be doing that. Okay, then let's see here. That's gonna really be all of the plans that I have for you today. Okay. One more thing. We're going to be seeing the horoscope. Okay, before I forget. So I'm going to be setting it up here. I'm going to be setting it up on the TV. For today and then August 1st and 2nd. We had a great dinner by, okay, is this even? Okay. Now, I want you all to set up, please. So I want you to all set yourselves up to be able to watch the horoscope. And I know. And I'm sitting here actually thinking that I wonder if you can go up and actually present to the meeting what the horoscope is and say exactly what you said. Neil. Okay. Well, okay, so I'm gonna have her do that. Okay, actually, change of plan. Alright. Yeah, change of plan. Most things. Okay. So, unless you want to see yourself. Okay, let's just do let's just watch it. Let's just watch the horoscope. Because it would defeat the purpose why I had, one of my head curators set this thing up for me. And the Amendment. Okay. So, there's plenty of room for you to be able to see because I have both of the screens over there. So I don't want to hear any complaining that I can't see. There's only so much space in here. Okay. So here it is. Let's actually begin, if I can even get this to work. If this doesn't work, then we'll have the pleasure of listening to Deborah. But this always takes forever. I forgot to mention yesterday, we had a really delicious dinner by Jada, and a great cooking lesson as well. She'll be over here again later today. And by the way, I should mention to the Amendment, I just want to talk to you about something real quick. Just before, that thing is probably setting up. So I'm going to talk to the Amendment. So I want you all to pay attention to something. Because I want to have just a little brief conversation with all of you. Okay? So actually turn your chairs and bodies over so that you can hear what I'm going to say. Now, here's the thing. You know that in the realistic world that we're all living in, that I'm living in, kind of, when I do this, I feel like I'm going into another world entirely. But, no, I am a reasonable person, as you know, a very, very realistic, grounded person. And the whole pandemic's going on right now. The COVID thing is going on. Remember, way back in March, I had a serious emergency conversation that you all paid attention to, about all that kind of thing. Fast forward to now, and remember in the springtime, I had all that time because I teach at an organization here in town. I teach at the high school here in town. I teach both history and English, and I'm here to tell you that, way back, in springtime, they canceled it because of the whole thing. Because it was just unsafe to, go there and then have people spread around and get sick and everything. So cancellations of the spring, now we're at the summertime. Here is what the governor of the state decided. And I really don't blame the governor because I think that she made the right decision. She made the right decision. Completely right decision. And this is the thing that I think that she would choose. She said that it was too unsafe for any student or any teacher to go back to school, go back and teach and to learn. So they decided to cancel it for a time. I don't know exactly, they might reopen it sometime in the fall, but they're deciding to shut it down now because, numbers and everything being high. When things start to lower, they might change their minds and have them go, they might have them open, and if they should open up again, if those, if the building that I work at should open up again, if all of the, schools in town, especially as the younger, grade levels open up again, I will not be teaching. I will not be teaching. I will be here at the Minton, and I will be having online classes. It's all going to be online, Zoom meetings, everything. Because as you know, one of my Sagittarian beliefs that I will stick to is the wearing of the face mask. And I have told you over and over again, to the point where you're sick and tired of me hearing it. They look unnecessary and ridiculous, even though they're being perfectly safe, taking every precaution. I will not be going around and doing my job wearing one of those things. I should be able to dream it. I should be able to watch it through a television show or movie, or write a story on it, or read a story on it. It's like, all of you are reading Everlast right now. It's like you can't stand and, for like 2 or 3 minutes and not sink down. This is scary as being outside, and then if you stand out there, long enough, bees will come and you're going to be an attraction to them. Same thing. Well, a little bit different in this case. The thing is, what doesn't make sense doesn't exist. That's what I want to tell all of you up front. Is that, as I said, it can't be oil and water. And water bonds with most things. Although, I will face the facts that it is oil and water this year. That, yes, it is summertime and it is warm and this whole thing's going on. Everyone's going around grilling all those things. I'm not going to be in denial of that. And I never was. However, I have my own beliefs. And I have my own emotions about it, my own feelings that are never going to change. Your thinking, your beliefs, and your feelings about things is different from what you know and understand. I understand about this whole thing, well, not entirely, but, you know, but, about this whole thing and all the precautions and everything. But I still feel a certain way, and I am not going to be going to any job like that and defeat the purpose of why I'm doing it. I can't have a normal conversation